All right, Unisport fam, we're back with another video, and this time we are blessed with the presence of the man himself, Aaron Ramsdale.
That's me. Are you okay?
Yeah, all good. How are you?
I'm very well. You uncomfortable in these gloves?
It feels really strange. Look, I'm wearing gloves. What we're going to do today is we are going to set you through a few scenarios, and you're going to teach basically the audience on how you would act in these 3 scenarios. So we're going to walk through the first one, which is basically crosses and corners.
Yes.
So how would you position yourself? So let's say a ball is coming from that side.
Yeah.
How would you position yourself if...
In swing or out swing? So, are we having a right-footed corner?
Okay, so let's say right-footed corner, so in swing, right?
In swing. So, with an in swing, if I've got my goal line to my 6-yard box, try to be as brave as possible. So, you're probably looking about 3 yards out. Now, obviously, I have my defenders in 4 different zonal parts. So, my first zonal defender is that in line with the post, so central of the goal, depending on what the team like to do. If the team like to target the front post, I'll come a little bit further forward. So if it's an in-swinger and the team like to go front post, I'll move further forward. If not, generally central, 3 yards out. The other main thing I'll look at is if you come and stand on me, if you're the attacker,
and you're trying to very short one,
and you're trying to pin me.
Yeah, I'm trying to push you in.
And you'll probably see online there's been a few videos where I'm sort of moving around. Yeah. And that's because I want to be free.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're coming and pinning me and the ball comes here, I can't get anywhere near.
No, exactly.
So I'm trying to move around and I'm waiting for it.
Confusing,
attacker. So you're trying to follow me.
Yeah.
And then hopefully that ball comes in, you're still moving.
Yeah.
I then, as it gets about to get hit, I just come back to this position, sort of on the angle, can see the ball, also see out of sort of my peripheral vision the back post, and then I'm ready to either attack there or attack behind or in the middle. So I conceded a goal against Man United, a corner. So I've sort of 3 yards out, tried to come and be positive and help my team.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I hit my defender, so it wasn't ideal, and it was sort of a setup issue we had, where the gaps in between our defenders were too close. So normally, if you have a good enough gap, I can come in between and take it. So that's my main thing, you know. You're just looking at the ball the whole time. You don't want to be too deep and then it's too far to come. You want to, me personally as well, with my team, I try and help out as much as I can. If that means a mistake every now and then, that's going to happen. But 3 yards out on the angle, see the ball, see the men in my vision over here and be able to attack it.
And move around, confuse the attacker as well.
That's the thing, like if you're just standing still, a small guy or a big guy is just going to be able to pin you in. Yeah. They use the backside, use their arms, the referee can't see as many people involved. And if the referee can see me bobbing about, he's going to probably look at me more than if I'm just here standing like this. So yeah, move about, and then but when I'm ball striking from the cross or the corner, try and be still, because you don't want to be still moving this way. Yeah. Ball comes in, and then by that point it's too late.
So the question that comes up a lot, like when you get that high ball, when do you know when to catch and when to box?
You always try and catch straight away. So the first thought in your mind, if you're coming for the cross, is catch. Changing to punch can either be very last minute, literally last second, or it'll be quite obvious that if it's a looping ball and I can see the attacker and it's a defender coming in and there's no pace on the ball, I might have to go and punch it.
Like a one-hand punch, maybe,
And then there's other times where if it's really quick and you're pinned in, you go 2-fist punch, or
if there's too many people like close to you.
Yeah, so it's all about scenarios of people in and around you, the pace of the ball, attackers, but every single time a ball comes in, you are wanting to catch straight away.
Okay. So that was scenario number 1.
Yep.
Very, very deep analysis on that one. We're going to go into a one-on-one.
Okay.
So let's say I'm the striker.
Okay.
I'm coming towards you.
Yeah.
Not with a full pace.
Yes.
But when do you know when to read me to go out or to stay in the box?
Well, more times than not, you're probably going to be outside the penalty box running in. So So say you're outside the box and I'm sort of penalty spot-ish. So you're running forward and I'm sort of backing off at the minute.
Yeah.
It'll get to a certain point where I want to hold and engage.
Yeah.
That can either just be a certain point inside the box, like a reference. So if I'm on the edge of the box and I'm dropping off, and I see the penalty spot, and you're coming on 1v1, I'll probably start to hold then. Because I know where I am in the goal. I don't want to be on the move and you just hit it, and by that point I'm finished. So
you're stopping basically.
I'm getting to a certain point and I'm holding, and then at that point I'm waiting for you to want to do one of 2-3 things: a bad touch, which will allow me to come and either smother or block or whatnot, or I'm hoping you're close, and then I get ready for a shot, or you take a touch to go around me. That then changes sort of my technique. As you're coming in, I'm starting to get lower, and I'm coming through, and then at this point, if you were to come straight on,
if I come straight on you,
I would then go into sort of a block.
Yeah, because then
I'd
probably go for a shot if I'm in going straight at you.
Yeah,
right there.
And then if you then take a touch this way, rather than it being a block, that's when it becomes into sort of a hand lead. Obviously, there's difficult situations because the main thing is all about timing. Because if you get the timing wrong, I'm probably giving a penalty away. Your body position and. Obviously, as you get closer, you don't want to be all the way down here because
you want to
start to get lower than you would do from a shot from 30 yards. 1v1 is such a difficult thing to talk about as well because the scenario is never the same.
No, exactly.
Angles, people in front of you.
Pace.
I think it'd be very hard for you just to be running through on me with no defenders and a straight line and things. So that's your main principles though of. You want to be backing off to a certain point because you don't want to just hold on the edge of the box because you could take a touch around me and you've got loads of space to deal with. You could chip me, you could go play the ball around me, but you also don't want to be backing off all the way to the inside your 6-yard box because you're just going to keep running.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you're just going to roll it in.
So the key point for you is that you back up like a little bit, and then when you see the penalty spot, that's when you like hold off a little bit.
Yeah. I might still end up coming a little bit more towards my 6-yard box. So again, like I said, it's not all the same, but I'll be backing off. And say I get to 10 yards, for instance. I say in between the 6-yard box and penalty spot. I get there. But then I'm also able to go forward as well. So if you take that big touch,
that's when you just leap forward.
I come forward.
Yeah.
If you don't take a big touch and it's nice and central for you and you're still in control of the situation, I just have to hold. I have to be ready to go left, right, forward, backwards, make a save.
So you have to really read the attacker when it comes to like leaping forward or backing up. So you have to read every single touch. Like the first bad touch, boom.
Yeah,
out.
you're on it. And then you either attack the ball with your hands to try and get it, or you are making yourself big and making a save, or even that's just a big touch allows you to come 3 steps further forward. You don't have to engage with the player, but the next thing you know, when the player looks back up again,
and you're there,
I'm there. I don't have to do anything because he has to then either take a shot or another touch, and that another touch might take it away from goal. By that point, defenders might have dropped back in. So there's a lot of things which go on, but you've got to try and put the pressure. We have to try and put the pressure onto the strikers.
Yeah,
I can't make the strikers' mind up by just rushing out, being ready for it. So yeah, it's probably one of the hardest ones to deal with, 1v1s.
All right, so the last scenario we got. It's also a very difficult scenario, I think, for goalkeepers, and that's what we call a sweaty.
Yes.
So basically one person coming in from the side, and we got another attacker coming in straight down the middle.
Yep.
The person on the side has the ball. What do you do?
So there's 1 or 2 things that you can do, or I would do. I would overcover this pass because strikers are selfish and want to score. So if you see that space, you're going to want to shoot.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm anticipating you're going to shoot.
Yeah.
So normally from a ball out from there, I'd be here.
Yeah.
So I'd give you that.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'd kind of start to do this, which you think he's going to pass it here.
Yeah.
And as you put your head down,
For the
all
shot.
I'm doing is getting after it. So I'm trying to put in your head already.
So like a double
bluff kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I'm then trying to put the odds into my favour by making your decision for you. Because again, I don't want to be here.
No.
And that makes your decision easy to pass there.
Yeah.
There's times when you can't do that because it happens so quick. That's more if it's sort of a counter from a bigger distance.
Yeah.
That can go wrong because I could give you enough space and you could do it.
Or that I just shoot without like even thinking. So the double bluff doesn't even work.
Yeah,
you know?
Because if you don't look at me and you just shoot anyway and it goes in. So the other thing is obviously if you pass, it's a 90% chance it's a goal.
Yeah.
So the best thing you can do, there's two things. If the ball across is slow, you've got like a slow one, you've got to try it to engage the ball.
Yeah.
So for the player running on, you have to try and get towards the ball, either way, feet, spread, hands. There's no point going from here and diving this way.
No, you don't want to go for saving the goal.
No,
getting the ball.
You always try and go forward, especially if the ball's slow, because it's a closer contact. There's less space to score. Obviously, if you wrap the pass across to the striker coming in, as I said, it's a 95% chance you're going to score. 90%.
Like triple square on FIFA.
That is literally, that is literally where you just got to dive, and all you're looking for is the ball to hit you. There is no technique.
So you just basically dive on a chance.
On a chance.
So
the striker doesn't get
a
good contact.
Yeah.
The striker bobbles it into the floor. He doesn't put it in the corner enough. Or somehow you just make a worldie save. So you literally turn and you dive as far and as good as you can, trying to cover the goal, sort of just above low, so you can still get your hand up.
Yeah.
But strikers will usually put the ball sort of low to middle. So you don't want to dive up high and it goes on the floor. So it's such a difficult one which doesn't happen too much, but that's what I would try and do.
That's a lot of tips that people have to think about if they want to become a better goalkeeper, especially when it comes to the positioning, the really difficult scenarios here that we've got. But since we are teaching to a lot of young and aspiring football players out there, do you have any tips to all the strikers out there on how to beat people like you?
The best thing which I see the top strikers do, either my team or in the leagues and things, not everyone hits it as hard as they can. This isn't a full-size goal, but a full-size goal is really big. No matter if you're 6'5" or 5'10" as a goalkeeper, it's an 8-yard goal, and situations are always different where a player might be here, a player might be there, and there might be no players. Getting on target in the corners is a lot easier to score than wrapping one in the top corner or wobbling one in the top corner. So for strikers, I think you never know what's going to happen as well. A goalkeeper can make a mistake, go through his hands or parry one out, or have a decision which just doesn't go the right way. So for strikers, it's all about getting on target, because you might or just get an assist for someone else or something like that. So it's so easy and basic, but just getting it in the corners is so difficult for us, especially if there's players in the way and things.
Yeah. It's good tips. I'll write that one down. But there's obviously a lot of goalkeepers who's also clicked on this video, and they want to know if you have any tips in general, not just positioning, but in general to the young goalkeepers watching.
My biggest tip is just to have fun, man. There's people say goalkeepers are weird, but they're not weird, but there's something in their head, in their mind, which makes them have an adrenaline rush from saving a ball or getting hit by a ball. Get that as much as you can. Like when you make that save or you get hit in the body or in the face and people go, ooh, that must hurt, and you bounce back up. That's just having fun, getting as much mud on your clothes. Like being a direct opponent against 10 people trying to score past you, and you can be that hero, but you can be the villain at the same time. And it's everyone, football in general, there's a reason you start playing football, and that's for fun. If it's on the park, on the street, on the pitch, academy, what, nothing should become too serious too soon. Okay, you lost a game of football, but you got to go to school on Monday and go have fun at school. Lose a game of football, I've still got to go to work on Monday. and go back in training. So of course you never want to lose, you never want to make mistakes, but things happen, like life goes on, man. Like it should not affect your life as much as it can do. So fun, enjoyment, and just being the best you can be, man. That's all I'd say.
I can't add anything to this. That was amazing. I'm going to take that into my own life as well. Thank you very much, Aaron Ramsdale. It's been a pleasure. And if you like these type of content, please subscribe and let us know in the comments down below if you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much.
Thank you.